Good morning and welcome to my experience at the Toronto Sports Card Expo. Two things before I begin. Number one, I'm not in Toronto, I'm in my backyard. And second thing is this expo is actually going to be virtual because of this whole pandemic thing. So I hope you enjoy this little vlog and I hope it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a virtual edition of the 2020 Spring Toronto Sport Card and Memorabilia Expo. Let's go. So when first arriving to the expo, you are welcomed by this screen, and it just shows the sponsors for the expo, and then you can go to the main stage, and there are various events throughout the day. With this expo being sponsored by eBay, there is quite the big presence from the website, as many stores have direct links to their eBay pages. And you also get a $5 off coupon. Early Saturday morning, Puck Junk was also doing a live podcast, which is actually pretty interesting. I'm a big fan of their podcast on Spotify. So with this all being virtual, when you joined a room, you could ask to share the audio and the video. There were also many links to card stores that you could click and go see what they had available on their stores, as well as a networking page where you could actually meet up with some various collectors and simply discuss the hobby and work out some deals. Now, this was a pretty great attempt, in my opinion, at replicating the expo virtually. That being said, there were also some big issues, one of them being the loading screens were extremely difficult to work through. I had some instances where I had to wait a good 30 seconds to a minute simply to get onto a page, and so that was a little frustrating. Also, it's just simply much more difficult to browse trading cards online instead of actually flipping through 5,000 count monster boxes. With all that said, the virtual expo did have a lot of positives. One of them being, for people who live very far from Toronto and can't make it to the expo in the spring and the fall, it was a good alternative for them to get a taste of how things are at the in-person expo. There was also a lot of variety. There were some older cards, newer cards, some vintage stuff, some basketball, hockey, football, baseball. There were some jerseys, some framed photos, a lot of very cool stuff. And there were also some live draws for some exclusive items, as well as some Q&As with some retired legends. And you also had the chance to win a one-on-one Q&A with some of the NHL's best. So that was a really cool added bonus as well. And I was quite surprised to see the amount of vendors that were actually there. There were stores, there were eBay sellers, there were so many people out there. Overall, I still had a great experience at the expo, and I really applaud everyone who put a lot of work into making it a great experience. I'm really hoping the fall expo will be in person because that is just on another level. But with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, I hope to see you all next time.